Hi, I'm Jose Anunciato, and you're watching the WebDev channel. Take a look at a follow-up to the previous video, right? That we were trying to render modules for a particular course. So we got far up to the part where we can navigate from a particular, selecting a particular course to a course editor that would allow us to edit the course for that particular module. So course. So this is course number 2. This is for course number 12. This is course number 172, and so on and so forth, right? And we'd like to be able to now fetch modules for that particular course. So how do we do that? So to do that, first we'll need to create the server side of this, right? We need to put a placeholder where we're going to store this and how we're going to create the relationship between a course and a module, right? There is a one-to-many relationship between a course and a module. So how do we capture that? Well, here it is. We have an entity for module, right? In module.java, and it has some of the same things that you would expect here. We have an ID. It's an entity. It's a primary key that's auto-generated, has a title. But here is where we create the relationship between a course and a module, right? This is where we say that this course. Right? This module is participating in a one-to-many relationship with the course, meaning for one course there are multiple modules. Yes, and here we're using one of a JPA many-to-one decorator that says that this is a reference. This course is a reference to the parent of this module. Right, that module contains many that course contains many modules, right? And it's in a one-to-many relationship, right? So the course probably has a list of modules, right? That has references to all the modules. This is one of them. This is one of the modules. So this is saying that I am on the many side of a many-to-one relationship. In a one-to-many relationship. I'm on the many side, right? The course is on the one side, right? On the strong side, whereas the module is on the many side, on the weak side of the relationship. Right? Have you taken databases like 5200 or 3200? Okay, right. So in those courses we talk about much more detail what that means, right? But I think we have enough where we're following, right? We have one course, many modules. So this notice that the course we had implemented earlier. Right, didn't know that it's participating in a relationship, right? Didn't know anything about modules. Right, so we need to go back and actually refactor the course and tell it, hey, you're participating in a one-to-many, right? Here it is. You have a list of modules, right? This wasn't there before, right? In the previous set of slides. So here we're saying that you're going to participate in a one-to-many. You are on the one side in a one-to-many relationship. Right? And the other side of the relationship is pointing to you, is referencing to you with a field called course. Okay? That's how it's referencing you. Obviously, when this gets mapped to the SQL, to SQL, this will be converted as two tables, right? And the module side is going to have a foreign key pointing to the primary key of the course. Right? The course is not going to know anything about this. Right? It has no idea that has any on the SQL side. On the Java side, yes. Right? On the Java side, I do want to know that I have a list of children. Right? On the relational database, the course table has no knowledge of any of this, of any of the relationship. Right? So that's some of the challenges of converting two data representations. Anyway, we have a module repository, just like we did for the course repository. Right? It's a CRUD repository. That will allow us to retrieve all the modules or find a particular module and things like that. And here's a service. Here's one of the services that we're going to generate. We actually have we can manipulate this from both sides. We can manipulate it from the course. We can also manipulate it from the module. So I'm going to auto-wire both repositories, right? Because sometimes I'm going to need the course repository. Sometimes I'm going to need the module repository. And here's a post that's going to allow us to insert or create a module. Okay? And I want to point out here the URL pattern. See that? See the URL pattern? Okay, this is somewhat of a standard URL pattern, right, that establishes a relationship. It says, well, first it's a data API, right? It's going to return some kind of JSON data, right? It also says that I'm using the course as some context, meaning I want the modules. Notice that this is a module service, so I want modules, yes, but I don't want all the modules. I want a subset of the modules. The modules are within a particular context, and the context is given by this URL. It says course. You give me the course ID, and then I want the modules, right, for this particular course. That makes sense? Right? It would not make sense, for instance, to go /API/module. That would be interpreted as in I want all the modules across all the courses. I don't care that they're broken down into courses. I just want all of them. That makes no sense. Why would I want all of them, right? I only would want modules within the context of a course. All right. So the to actually implement it. We parse out the course ID, right, from the path parameter, and we parse the module object from the body. You know, just like always. So there's nothing new there. What's interesting here is where the data is present. Data again, course. Here's the interesting part, right? That on the Java side, what we're going to do is that first we find the course. See that? We find the course because we need to tell the module, hey module, this is your course, right? This is your parent, meaning you're supposed to have a foreign key that goes back to this parent record. Right? So first we use the course repository to find the course given the course ID. Right? And I find the course as an object. If I find it, right, I get the actual course, and the brand new modules, I set the course saying, hey, your parent, your course, is this course that lives in the database. Right? You are about to be inserted. Right? So your foreign key should point to that course. Right? And here's where we actually save the module, right? And then it comes back as a brand new insert object into the database, and then we return that module object, right, that knows about that course. Right? Knows about the course. If it knows about the course knows about the modules. The modules knows about the course, it knows about the modules. So you get into this this recursive infinite loop. That's why we had added in the model for course, when a module gets rendered back in the data, it says do not retrieve also your parent. Right? So if you go to module, a course, it gives you the modules. The modules, I don't want the courses because then it loops back to the course, right? So that's why this breaks that infinite loop, right? And it's going to happen to you, right? And you're going to find the browser is just it'll break, right? Because it'll have this infinite JSON thing, right? The server's going to break, everything's going to break. It's going to say I'm in this infinite loop trying to parse this, and it's because you probably might have forgotten JSON ignore. All right, I believe I have this on the server already. Let's see, I believe I already have that implemented here in the, no, not here. Yeah, module service. Yeah, I have the posts here, posts. Yeah, there we go. So it's already implemented. So let's take a look at how is it that I would retrieve this from the client, right? And it's going to be very, very similar, right, to how we retrieve the courses in the first place, right? It's going to be very, very similar. So let's take a look at that next. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like the video, and share it. Thanks.